Green, motherfucking rise. Was good. Yo, I had some dope experiences yesterday, right? All right, so today's topic is your guide or your guidelines. I am Naga. Yo, my hair growing like a mother, yo. I need somebody to retwist my shit. I need my hair retwisted, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need this joint taken care of, yo. I got some things going on here, man. I need some things going on here right now. I need my shit taken care of. I'm really considering cutting my beard, yo. I'm really considering chopping my shit off. Y'all think I should chop my beard off? I need scissors everywhere y'all go. If I get if I get a certain amount of if I get like 1,000 subscribers, I'll cut the beard off. Y'all make the subscribers go up to 1,000, I'll chop my beard off. You know what I'm saying? If you if I get donated up to a band, I'll chop my beard off. My beard mean a lot, yo, for real. Like, but I be looking at myself, be like, yo, you have a baby face. You'll be young as shit if you cut your beard off, right? All right, guides and guidelines, yo. People be scared of they shit, yo. People be so scared of themselves. People be scared of themselves like a mother, like, yo, no, you can't let nobody know I did that. Or I do this. People be so scared. But you know what that is, yo? I'm gonna ask you a question first. Are your angels or your angles guides or guidelines? Your guidelines in your life, like the lines you may cross with yourself. All right, this is a reality that people don't actually look at. You create boundaries, but you have natural boundaries inside of your city, inside of your kingdom. You have natural boundaries that divine has already set for your characteristic or your etheric energy to flow. Just saying, yo. You know what I mean? I be wanting to play some music in the background. Hold on, let me see if I can get a little something going on in the big bit at ground. Yeah. Hold on, B. Hold on, Shank. Let's go into space. We going into space. I want to play in the space. Ow. Ow. Hey, 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 hey. All right, it's on 11. That sounds like it's about perfect. All right, so people are afraid of themselves because they have, you know what I'm saying, allow other things to come into their kingdom. You know what I'm saying? You have lost the real estate within your kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Like you have invited other other billboards and other businesses inside your kingdom. So automatically, like, all right, I'll give you an example. A friend of mine said it was like, yo, I need to go do XYZ, XYZ. And I was like, word, you gotta go do that. But if you go do that, you taking away from this that you love. You love that right there, right? You love that a lot. So why would you take from that? What if something happened to that in the process of you going to do something else, knowing that that has medium time? It don't have that much time to have an existence. So why would you go serve that purpose when you might be adequate enough just to serve that and go back and do that later? You know what I'm saying? And I found myself in a mentality of beginning to train someone on how I've actually surpassed so many negative situations, how I've literally walked through negative energy unscathed. Guides or guidelines. See, every motion that you make, every every direction you move, right? Every direction you move, every decision you make creates a being of you, a residual energy. I actually spoke to this years ago. I actually spoke to this recently too, to giving people particular knowledges. You create other images of yourself, the after image of particular frequencies that are aligned with your being, right? You're not knowing how powerful the residual energy of the divine connection is. That everywhere you go, you leave. Almost like the last dragon, he was like, he was leaving the after images of his arms and shit, right? So it's like that. Everywhere you go, you leave residual energy. One of my one of my daughter's mothers, when we was together back in the day or whatever, I was trying to teach her how to walk and plant her heels. This is like 15, 16 years ago. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to teach her how to plant her when she walks, no matter if she with me or wherever she at in life, make her life count by expressing the value of the love through the extremities, embedding your feet, placing your heel down on the ground and rolling your feet across the ground because you leave residual energy. That residual energy, every place you step will have a memory of you, no matter what. And you do it with you do it with a strong intention, not negative energy, only positive energy. You love strong, you hug with intention, you give with intention, you respond with intention. See, people are afraid of who they are because they cross their own guidelines. And when you cross your own guidelines, you and yourself feel nasty. You feel disrespectful inside yourself. You feel like something starts to change your way. And you got to start making up false plans. You got to make a false reality. You got to make a false contentment about yourself just to have an existence. Divine ain't do that. You doing that. You doing that, falling all the way off your tree like a whole peak, like a whole acorn, hitting every branch down, fall off the tree. Up out of here. Up out of here. It's a fact. You are your book of life. See, y'all gotta question some shit. Like instead of sitting down with somebody, right, and allowing them to be miserable in your company. Oh, so and so did this, so and so said that, and they did this and they did that, and I wasn't this and I wasn't that. Instead of letting that shit happen, right? What you should ask the person is, what did your guidelines tell you? What negative lines did a person cross before you realized that it was negative? Ask them that. And then when you did see that as an assessment, did you build that as a guideline to never let it happen again? Or at that point, did you turn around and say, it's happening to me? See, people look for attention, and attention is always going to be the tension, right? Listen to what I'm saying. Attention is always going to be the tension. So tension is what? It's pulling and stretching. It's pulling, stretching out one particular thing. What is that? It's stretching out whatever that circumstance is. So you need attention to that circumstance because you want to hold on to it and stretch it out. This is your conscious doing this because you don't know how to have self-control. It's you. You have the power of making yourself in a self-controlling aspect. You see what I'm saying? You have the sight to see each line that will be crossed within yourself. I got love for everything I embrace myself in life. You know what I'm saying? If I meet people, I'm going to carry love first. My grandfather used to say, start them out with 100 points. They treat you different, you treat them different. So it's only but so much snapping you going to do at me. It's only but so much turning up your face and getting all fly and all that with me. That shit is not going to happen. And depending on who you are, I'm going to check that shit right then and there. You know what I'm saying? Depending on my contract with you, I'm going to check it accordingly because I got to stand on my word. If I break my word, I break my compassion. See, I don't know if y'all really looking at this shit how it's supposed to be. Are you building yourself or you trying to show the world about everybody else? Because when you're pointing outside and you're showing the world about everybody else, you're speaking that you're incomplete to handle these processes. So I don't think y'all really be looking at people in the right way, because people ultimately show you that they liabilities. It don't matter what a person try to revert. If like a person's sending a negative energy at you, but you're still strong. If people are talking about you, but you standing strong. If people are directing a level of criteria at you, but you're still standing strong within what divine made you as, you're ultimately the strongest. How do you retrospect understanding what's happening around you every day? Like, how do you look at that? Because if I have a complaint, it had to be by my heart feeling that, because my heart is connected to particular things. So then I'll be like, you know what? That made me emotional because of the connection to it, the tether. And cut the tether. Some tethers is harder to cut. Understanding your role in particular things, when lines are crossed, you stand on that. People have said some dumb shit to me before, and because the energy was actually polite at the moment, or it was nice, or it was like just humbling, you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't no crazy activity. People would say dumb shit, and then I catch it right there. Fuck you think you talking to, yo? Nah, we not going. Who you think you talking to? See, a lot of people never say. Nobody's never going to say when they got checked. Nobody's never going to say that they was put in their place. Nobody never going to say they tried something and they got let known what it was, and you still sat in that situation. You was reprimanded like you was supposed to, and you was brought to sit down. Ain't nobody going to say that, because they got a whole level of face. I don't seek to prove these things to nobody, but people know where they guidelines truly be at the end of the day. That's why most shit be how it is. Once I understand you're not on the right mentality, you're not on the right receiving end of how to think, I fall all the way back. Because sometimes you'll be questioned with a divine question, and your response to that divine question is hella delinquent. Oh, word, y'all sending shots, bang, bang, get that shit up out of here. I don't want to hear that. Get up out of here, up, out of here. Divine. Facts. See that throwback came back? Get up off my line talking that fly shit. Motherfuckers be acting retarded like I don't pick up. Keep your mouth closed. Divine. Now, back to the subject. People don't, they're never going to say when they were put in the right situation, because you feel or fear for losing a level of morale, but you don't know that's where your power at. I had no problem when I was young paying homage to the old heads. I'd be like, nah, old head put me in. He put me in the right place, because I was about to F up. I say that shit loud with my chest. You know why? I was never afraid to take knowledge. And if I got that little piece you was trying to show me, that's just how much better I was. Even if I thought it was stupid, I'm going to listen. I'm going to hear what you got to say, and I'm going to adjust that to my computer. And if it don't compute with me, I'm going to use it, I'm going to dump it. I'm going to use it, I'm going to dump it. But I never separate myself from the divine aspect of being able to listen. I didn't judge when I was supposed to listen. I just listened. Even if I was talking and I wanted to hear more, I still listened. Shit get ill. Shit get ill all the time. And I'll be like, yo, what's wrong with you, B? You mad? You upset? Calm your ass the fuck down. You know what I'm saying? I would express myself, and people would revere how I'm expressing myself in a particular value. And I first say before I express myself, nah, I ain't pointing no blame at nobody. I'm just feeling on me because I ain't do this right. So I gotta adjust that. You know what I'm saying? See, the self-contentment for you to understand that you are actually redirecting the energies that flow through your life to form in a conducive way to show that you're strong in a divine way is what people are not doing. The true book of life is you individually. I did a live a minute ago, probably like a couple months ago or whatever, and I was talking about writing the book for your own particular life. What foods you love, what foods make your body healthy, what heals you, Become your own doctor, your own historian, your own archaeologist. Become all that in your life, not anybody else's life. How you looked at certain people and write down the truth. Write down the truth of how you failed to certain iniquities when people threw a little slick shit out and you got caught up in the gullibleness. Write all this shit down. Do not run away from your faults. Put that shit in a book and pass it on to your ancestors because that's empowering. They're going to have feelings. They're going to go through certain things and they're not going to know why they're pushed and pulled in between particular things, just like the pendulum. They're not going to know why they pushed and pulled in between different things. But if you are the progenitor of these creations, then in fact, you can document this stuff and give them a book of life. But you're too lazy. Too lazy for that. You mad lazy. You ain't going to do that. You're going to sit on your ass and point your finger at everybody else while you drain all the energy out of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Most people be diabetic and don't even know it. Most people be going through some of the most heaviest detriments, and it's because of what they do to themselves. It's because of you will satisfy your emotional disapproval with the worldly actions of things to the fact to where you break yourself all the way down. That speaks to the integrity of how you live every day. What is your mental fortitude? How are you fortitude in your mind? Like, how do you really think? How does the things you know collectively connect to the understanding of the reality what's around you? Or do you wait to hear something that sounds about right just so you can wait for the circumstance to say it at that right time? That is not intelligence. You got to be sharp, yo. You got to be sharp. And one thing I love to be is judged. I love for somebody to judge me. Where I love people be talking shit. They be like, yo, he don't know. Or they be like, yo, you know what? I be like, look at this shit right here. This shit fly. Yo, look. They think they know. They gonna tell Divine what to do. That shit be crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, my creator, the most high, I pay homage to that first and foremost before anything. I give nothing respect over the creator, literally. Like y'all look at it in like a discipline aspect. I look at it like that's my people's, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Like I love it, love it, love it. Like I love it, love it, love it. You know what I'm saying? Like I love it, love it. Ow, yo, love it, love it, love it. Yo, share this on TikTok. Yo, share this joint on TikTok. I love it, love it, love it. Yow. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. I be in that whole mode. Like, and I've been learning more things about myself. I be learning how, yo, like I can't say everything, yo, cause you know why? I can't say everything, yo. You know why? Cause people believe they powerful. You know what I'm saying? Like you really believe that. You really believe, and see, I gotta take responsibility. I'm gonna show you my divinity. I'm gonna show you my divinity. Check this out. When I'm structured in the mind to not see you and your actions, only the motion of you continuing your effortry brings you the detriment from divine. See, I don't go tell on you. I stand in a way to where what you did don't bother. So you don't get the karma from directly me responding to nothing. You get your karma for not stopping. You get your karma for not paying respect to the fact that you didn't have to. You don't get your karma. You get your karma because you think you're going against me when I've already made peace with you. I've already forgiven you. I've made peace with you. I don't think about you. I have no connection to a negative aspect of you. In my universe, there is nothing there. There's no space for you. So it's almost like I don't know you again. Because I've given the whole thing to the divine. So the residual energy is mostly what I'm peeling off through self-awareness. See, understanding the process of how these things go, I don't have to put myself in a position of battle. I don't have to put myself in a position of battle. What I have to do is keep giving it to the Most High. So when you think that you're going against me, or you believe in your mind you setting a plan. No, I've already given you all the grace a divine being in the flesh can give, but you don't know that because you can't see past your own flesh. I don't hold a contentment for nothing that exists. Once I see its existence, I know how to carry myself around that. Why would I be a fool running around bears acting loud when they're bears? Why would I pull the meat out of a lion's mouth? I understand it's a lion. The comfortability that I have for self around circumstances is my power. But when I see that the difference in individuals believing that they have control over a divine being, I give them respect. And I pray to the divine that you enter into these beings' life in the form of light, how you shine in your creative aspect, divine. I ask you to enter into these beings because they are a part of you and lack thereof the light that shines. Please enter in those space. Only your power is the greatest. I don't pray for nothing negative. I pray for everything positive and I separate. Please remove this connection I have with these individuals so therefore you can work your full connection with them. Alleviate me from this value. This is not a penance. This is my pray for a gift from these people. Separate me from this understanding, divine, so you can do your work. Full forgiveness. Sometimes I may do that right there with them. Full forgiveness. Whether they know it or not, because they're in their minds. Separated for that particular value, they continue to be their selves. Not recognizing the strength in one being able to have contempt from your particular attribute, not you coming in here to uplift this value and pay homage to the fact that that was given in respect. You can't see that. That's like oblivious to your eye function. So my continuousness of being happy within your circumference showed what? Forgiveness. I was willing to stay in the womb of the energy that existed right there with you. Whether it's my family, friends, relationships, concepts, work aspects, anything I ever done, I would stay in the womb of the energy existing around us, the bubble of connection. I would stay there, showing that I had no contentment. Standing in my divinity and all my righteousness and happiness still given of that life source energy, while you continue to believe you can hurt divine. It's not me you facing at that point. I've released it all to the universe. No matter the outcome that I have to face, I will sacrifice everything on the face of this earth to appease the Most High. I will sacrifice everything on the face of this earth to appease the Most High. Meaning my will has nothing to do with the outcome of this. I'm not thinking, no, divine, you step in. I cannot do this as great as you can. I am not the balance of these things, divine. I am the flow. So I flow directly from source to point. So in between that, I allow your fluidity to go from one connection to the next. You can ride through these waves on your own physical boat of life. And when you start to awaken, do not run away from these things you see. Do not run away from these thoughts you see, because divine is actually starting to connect to you. But your flesh is dense. Head dense. Can't get through it. You've built real estate in your mind with everything in existence. Everything in the system. You got companies, buildings, clothing lines. You got attitude, movies. You got foods. You got everything inside you but the light. If I go to the city and shine a light, it gets shadows behind those buildings. It be cold as shit behind those buildings when the sun trying to come through. It can't get through. I used to live in the city. It'd be cold. You'd be walking like, oh my God, all this wind. Because the light can't go through the buildings. So more cool, cold, spiritual energy can come through. Negative and positive. What do you think? That doesn't happen to you? You're a body of an existence, allowing things to come into your kingdom, set in real estate. So now you think about these things to bring them into fruition into yourself. So that's what you want. Everything you put inside you that you want to show to love, value, that you think you need to have for yourself, you bring that into fruition. That's the world you are creating for yourself. Everything you think you like. So this is why the light can't penetrate through those things. The idea of what you want is an actual body itself. So when you think about something, you are placing that inside of you as a wall. It becomes tangible inside of you as literal electrical energy because it's formulating, it's building. That's the idea that you're holding there as your own. How is light going to penetrate through that? Hold on, let me check the comment section. Grand Rising, Queen Goddess. Love to see you come through. Grand Rising. Already know the vibes. But this is the point. You create these values within yourself, and then you mad because you don't understand you got construction companies going on up in you. All this motion, all this ground shaking. And then you can't see the concept of the reality. It just won't penetrate. That's you taking your light, making more light. What did I say? When you turn light this way, the light can't get through. This right here is you wanting to build something. This is you wanting something tangible. So you're using your light to get that. You see it as an image in your life. You're like, yo, I'm going to get that. That's what I want right there. I'm going to make that happen. Whatever that may be, that has become a wall inside you. Now the pure light can't go through it because this is what you want to happen. You've turned the light this way. It's become an unmovable object. The light that's coming through is the unstoppable force. It's trying to get through, but it can't because you're using the light to build falsity. So light is hitting right here. Light is going against itself. And it's stopping, which creates the shadow. You see the shadow. Dims it out on default. Have no control over that. You are redirecting divine energy by your choices. You are sacrificing divine energy by your choices. Everything I talk about connect. Everything, every single one of the 1,000 plus videos I got, all of them connect. It's Lego blocks. And if you connect them right, you build a stairway directly to the divine. Everything in existence has a name. In my concept of reality, it has a lane. The unconditional love is always there with you. What stops you from receiving what I left you is you. What stopped you from receiving the best of what I had to offer was you. My family crazy. See, the unconditional love multiplies. So you would go eat all the food. Well, I know how to cook. I could have cooked a bunch of that with that. Well, I know how to flip. I would have flipped a bunch of that with that. Well, if I had one, I would have found a way to make sure you had one too. That was always my energy. But because I'm that way, they said, no, nobody. Nobody. I'm like, yo, you're an idiot because you just stopped everybody. See, the choices stop the divine flow. You don't make sense. You sit down and watch somebody show a level of love. And this is not just my family, friends, and other situations too. I've watched this process over 1,000,001 times. They will bring me around in essence and then be cutting their eyes watching me while other people watch me. They would bring me around situations and then watch me to see what I'm watching because other things are watching me. Shit's sick in the head, yo. Like, and I'll be like, oh God, I gotta deal with this bullshit. I gotta deal with this level of jealousy. And get your life together, yo. You gotta get your life together. I don't know what's wrong with people, you know what I'm saying? I'll be like, Devon, I ain't in the mood for this shit right now. Everything that's given is always unconditional. And there's connections to it to allow you to expand these particular values for you. This is why the prophet gives the gift of divine. This is unconditional love. I sacrifice my will and push away from something that's not even my characteristic. How would I ever become in war with how would divine fight itself? I'm gonna fight me. I'm divine. Fight me. Ugh. That's like you being crazy. Back in the day, we used to make each other hit each other. Like you throw your punch, grab your hand, and make you hit yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like make you hit yourself. Ugh. Boom. You hitting yourself. You hitting me. Boom, boom. Because that showed the difference in between the angel and the God, the angles and the God. You believe that you separate. See, the creation is always going to be separate from the creator. But if I'm made as a creator, then I can't put myself in the same box as the creation. If I'm made as a creator, I can't put myself in the same box as the creator. So the angels would be different, but the angels had the disrespect to the divine because they was endowed with divine energy. So now they want to fight the Most High. They mad. This is why you see people always talking to divine in a certain way, like how you let these things happen. Why would you let this happen? That's the same energy you had when your ass got stripped of all that divine energy. That's why you can't shake it. You always want to blame somebody. It feels good for you to be that because ultimately, yo, cut it out, yo. It feels good to be that because ultimately you don't understand that you can create these values. You can give to these values. And see, that shows you the separation of particular energies. Like when you don't got divine energy, but you have the energy to show divine. Think about what I'm saying. Some people can tell you about some shit, but they couldn't do it themselves. They could tell you about somebody else. They got all the power to tell you about what the magazine said, what happened on the show. They know every word to the song, but you can't put the soul in the food. You can't bring the substance to the base, but you can tell me what happened. Oh, let me tell you what happened. Oh, you heard about so and so? Yo, I used to watch. Let me shut up. I ain't gonna use that as an example because that's like too close to home for certain people. Yo, like, well, yo, it'd be mad funny to me, yo, because I'm like, yo, how you can't be comfortable with just you? You don't have enough in you to have your own book of life. It's because your eyes are still turned the wrong way. You know what I mean? Like to love yourself and actually watch both sides of your movie, your goods and your bads. Your bads being only the guidelines that you are learning not to cross within yourself. The walls divine laid inside you, the sigil showing you the emotions of what your energy does for you inside you, particularly. Those are your guidelines. Sometimes other lines is placed inside you. We got to go back to incremental science, show. Like I've created a class, Destiny. If you ever get a chance and you like to binge watch shit, go. You got to like scroll down. You got to scroll down, right? And you got to go to you might be able to find them in my community page too, like, but you got to go down. And you got, it's like I got 31 classes of incremental science. I drew art of universal principle. And this is when it was eccentric for me. Like it was just hitting me like bang, bang, bang. But I put it in literal form. And I'm breaking down how through time and existence, these things are literally these things are literally through your ancestors. You see what I'm saying? Through um how your great grandparents and their parents had different attributes connected to you, and how the light is traveling and it formulates in physical attributes like your hands, your feet, you know what I'm saying, your way you talk, the way you think, different things. Like I broke it down in particular aspects, and it's and I'm showing you how it all connects from the ether, from the universe down to the earth, through the earth back to the ether. Like I show it in literal aspects. The shit is crazy. But the knowledge be so sharp, right? The knowledge be so sharp. People don't sit down and actually look at it like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, wait a minute. That's literally me right there. I created a actual science that don't exist. I created a science. I actually created a mathematical problem too. You know what I'm saying? And it's on one of the sciences. You know what I mean? So what's dope about it is that what's dope about it is that I know that it serves everyone in existence. I know of people who slowed down and just stepped away from the system for a minute and looked at or was able to digest the science one time, it would change existence. Period. I created a whole class. It'll change existence. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't just be talking to be talking. I got to this point because I've already put out over, you know what I'm saying, 1,000+ videos of straight knowledge. That's why I be doing the lives now because I showed the artwork. I make storyboards and movies. Like I showed the concept of realities. I created like 2 books. I made a cartoon. Like I showed all this shit. I showed all this shit in a short period of time. Like I created a class. I created a mathematical problem. I created a storyboards for movies and shit. I created an AI movie before people was talking about making AI movies. I created a book for children. I created a cartoon. Like I did all this within these 1,000 uploads that I did. I showed a partial reality to my childhood and my life. I did like a baby documentary that needs to be expounded on. You know what I'm saying? Like I've created even music and new concepts of how to do music within this understanding, adding nothing but pure knowledge to it. Why do you think I always play that shit? Supreme thought, supreme being, supreme light. I manifest the knowledge for wisdom to shine bright. How you think you see the moon unless in the sun bright? Women claim independence, you could never dim the light. The day's math is understanding. I'm about to get them right. Heck, I got other songs that's fire all the way through, speaking nothing but knowledge, empowering us. Everything that I've done was to show you the facets of my polymath. I even got art where I went back and I did the, and look, you can see things I've drawn myself, and you can see me dealing with the digital art. I've touched almost every single facet of myself. Almost. You can even go through there and see me cooking on the grill. You can you go in there and see me, yo, you see me doing mad stuff. You see me do poetry. Like it's so many different facets I poured out. And because that value of myself was so damn great, every blockage in the mother effing world came. Go look, y'all be like, yo, how he only got this many views for this? This is excellent work. This is excellent. I don't do shorthand, half anything. Everything I touch is beautiful and it's gold because it's divine. And I was always trying to show everybody that you had this inside you, your own aspects. I even did videos majority of the time telling people I'm trying to see what you gonna shine like. I want to see your God. I want to see your goddess. Let's ignite the fire in you because I know it's something in there from how divine sent you that you might have had to cover up despite whatever you went through. F all that. Let's uncover it. Come holler at me. Let's uncover it. Now, I can honestly say one issue that I may have, and I don't even see it as an issue, it's just that I'm not a follower. So I don't look to aesthetic my life how the system would do it. I don't look to promote myself to people in a way that catches people's attention because they've already been indoctrinated by the system. I don't do that. I don't walk and say, well, let me put up banners and glitter. Let me go make rolling this and make that. Nah, I'm gonna give it to you raw. I'm gonna give it to you just like it came out the ground. You went and picked it off the tree. Go get it if you want it. If you really know what you want, this is what I am. I'm something you got to come access. And that's only if you truly can gravitate to it. And you know why the divine did that? Because everybody can't gravitate to it. Everybody can't go to the vineyard. I be pushing the levels of self, right? I push the levels of self. So it be sometimes I'll get the overwearing, the overbearing urge to satisfy something. You know what I'm saying? It'll hit me hard. I'm like, oh, I just gotta get this right now. I gotta feel this, and then my higher self will kick in. And he was like, my higher self will be like, you always got the most high first, though. Never forget. So when I be feeling like I want to go do something more extra, and I gotta go get this, I gotta go do that, and I ain't got this, and I don't have that physically, I sit in the arms of the Creator. I sit back and I nuzzle myself. like I'm literally sitting in the lap of the Most High. I visualize this. I have meditation visualizations that I can also offer. You know what I'm saying? I need to find out how to create the join page, like to for people to join so y'all can come get other stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I be wanting to show y'all, cause I took Tai Chi. Not the, I took the actual fighting Tai Chi, but I also took the medical Kui Jung. It's showing you how to deal with the microcosmic orbit and and meditation and focusing on your ki and your chi and the energy that comes with the connection of the vibrations that go up and down your existence. I did that. I did that for 7 years. You know what I'm saying? I'm still connected to my teacher. Y'all heard that spirit come in just now? Respect. Anyway, anyway, I did that for 7 years. And when I did that, I learned and mastered how to meditate. And I know most people don't even tap into meditation that way or deal with the alpha waves that way. So I can offer that as a particular thing. But you gotta come pick this off the tree. Excuse me right now. Divine is always with me, yo. Divine is always with me, yo. I love it. You know what I'm saying? It's the strengthening and the power to the concept. Like you allow yourself to be guided by the higher aspects, and it's going to always be organic. But the world wants you not to accept organic. That's why they always gave you like a carbon copy to the originality. Like they will give you the flavored versions of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because they were literally making you choose other than divine. This is why I say the act of sin has nothing to do with your particular thought pattern. You're living in sin every day, no matter what. Every piece of your actions is going against the fact that you are a divine being. This is why I don't mind not. The word not, they say you can't or you don't. I don't mind not. I don't mind not having, I don't mind not being able because I get to not make worldly decisions. This goes over people's heads. I get to not make worldly decisions. I get to not be confused against going with the divine. I get to not be tempted. Have you ever lived your life and not been tempted or go through temptation or subsequently settle with the act of temptation? Like you start deciding that, all right, it's okay to be tempted by a few things. I want that. I gotta eat. I gotta do this. You start telling yourself the falsities, walking away from your divinity. We are divine beings. We're supposed to watch this stuff spin around us like it's gonna stop us and then crush it, knock it down. Boom. And be happy too, because you're gonna watch it build back up. You never die. Your energy doesn't even transmute. You transmute your energy by giving it to things. Like I'm like, yo, divine, why is it transmuting of the energy? Like, why do we see it as divine was like, look at it again? I'm like, what you mean, look at it again? This ain't conversation, this is feeling. It's almost like it controls you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what you mean, look at it again? So ultimately, so ultimately, the more the act itself is being played, and the more you are digesting it in ways of contentment, you are separating yourself. It's like pulling a film off the sticker. You know what I'm saying? You know they together. You can feel it. It feels like one, but then you peel it off. And one side is sticky and one side is not. So now you stuck. The protection part is gone. Now you stuck because you gave into it. You gave into it every single time. You was never supposed to give into it, even if you experienced it. That's why they diluted the value. Drink, don't swallow. Taste it, don't eat it. You know, what is it? Speak no evil, hear no evil. The three monkeys. See, they go over people's heads because you are. Listen, what would make the monkeys do that? Unless they seen something more powerful than what they were hearing, seeing, and speaking. These are animals that chose to lock it up. But you can't lock it up. You can't shut the hell up. You can't stop the outside of you. You can't stop being outside of yourself. The world even told you that the tribes people were savage because they were into themselves. They reversed it. So you would feel inadequate to be you. They reversed it. So you would feel inadequate to be you. You scared of your dirt. You scared of you. You scared the shit of you. You will never tell somebody close to you that you just that effed up and stand on that. Oh, the ass whipping that's gonna come with that. Oh, the things you're gonna hear. You don't want to do none of that. It's okay though. It's okay because that's your truth. Learn how to listen. Learn how to articulate yourself. Learn how to develop a way to carry both contrastal aspects of you. You carry them anyway. You got a right and a left hemisphere anyway. You carry it every day. You might as well be able to speak both values of you, left and right. If you can't do that to clear your own understanding up, then what you doing? Because the more you speak the existence of these things, you give it to the cipher. You give it to the flow. You're saying this is what had happened. And you have played this particular role in these actions. Thus, now you can face it because you have said it. Every motion creates a residual energy of self. Why wouldn't I not speak to the value of self? You know, Michael Jackson said, look in the mirror. Starting with the man and the mirror. Oh, yeah, I'm asking to change pace. And all the time, and the man and the mirror. And you're gonna make the world a better place. Take a look at yourself and make a change. Ow! 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 Na 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 na. Oh yeah. Ooh. Listen, they follow each other on the way to school. And they got nowhere to go. And now I'm starting to know. Listen to that. You follow each other on the way to school, to be schooled. You follow each other on the way to be schooled. And then you realize you got nowhere to go. That's why I'm starting to know. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. That shit went over everybody's head. Michael Jackson was dropping jewels, yo. Straight like that. Like nobody don't even hear that song correctly. You don't even hear that song correctly, yo. Like, how you gonna be on your way to going to school and then you find that you ain't got nowhere to go? I ain't talking about poverty. That's talking about everybody's in one direction, thinking that you're gonna succeed and going against yourself. How you gonna talk about you? How your foot gonna talk about your back? How is your foot gonna talk about your back? Why would you punch and slap yourself until you bleed? Why do you think they show you this stupid stuff in movies? People doing all this stuff. Cartoons grabbing themselves by their shirt like this and slamming themselves into the wall. They be talking to y'all. Y'all be sitting down like, yo, this is crazy right here, yo. I can't believe they did it like that. You know what I'm saying? And people don't really see that as a particular, like, you don't look at it and be like, yo, why they did it like that? Because you see yourself as separate. You see yourself as separate. We quick to say we don't want no parts of everybody else ish. You quick to run. That's what the darkness do in the light. It run from the light. So it's gonna always let you know that it can't stand with the light. But see, my energy is embracing. You know what I'm saying? So I embrace all things, even the dark. Don't let that go over your head. Listen. Yeah, I'm talking to you too. I'm talking to you too, OG. They get deep. The light is what allows things to be seen. When you are in the darkness, you turn on more light to find stuff. Even when you got light and you can't see, you say, "Hold on, bring that light over here so I can see." It don't even matter how dark you is, yo. You still gonna run to get that light to help you see, to bring intelligence to you. Yo, I love it though. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? But I understand that the way I talk can make people feel a particular type of way. You know what I'm saying? I understand that it can put you in a certain way of thinking. You know what I'm saying about yourself, and that's only because you haven't lined up the things that you've done inside yourself. Once you line these things up, what I say is gonna roll over you because you're gonna already have been building blocks. I walk around trying to teach people how to build the blocks inside them, so therefore the negative energy you deal with can flow right off you. I teach people how to transmute that energy into something else, but you scared of yourself. You scared to talk about that. You scared to say, "Yo, I need to work on this." You scared to say, "Yo, I'm effed up in this way," because you don't want to look different than other people. You don't want what's closer to you to see that you got an issue. It ain't like they don't see it already. It's not like they don't see it. They look at you and they understand where your flaws is at, but they can't articulate this particular value directly to you. Might be because they see it and they're not in the position to speak on it. Maybe they too young, or maybe they just don't give a damn. Like they old enough not to give a damn. You know what I'm saying? And this be the reality. So you got to become your own teacher. You got to become your own teacher. I was speaking on this shit last night about the concept of building and destroying. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, the build and destroy is ill. You know what I mean? Because in a reality where you don't understand that you are divine beings, you would not concept as a reality. You would not say, "I have to build and destroy." You have to watch things be built and then destroy them because you're a part of divinity. If we were doing this together in unison, this world would have been on another plane of existence already. But we got trapped. We got trapped over 6,000 years ago. 6,000 years ago, we got put into a trap, a mental trap. Facts. I don't even think it was that long. I think it was more like 2,000, maybe 3,000 years ago. I don't think it was that long. You know what I'm saying? I think, I think when the ether slid in, and they got real cold. You know what I'm saying? They talking about the waters and all that. I think that's when the spiritual energy was being tampered with. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me talking on history things. I just know other entities f some shit up because of their fear, and that fear issued in the code. You know what I'm saying? It was a way you had, like, you gotta think about it. Like, things come from outside. I gotta show you this, yo. This hair be tickling the ish out of the top of my nose, and it look like I be picking my nose, but I don't pick my nose, yo. It's my beard hair. My beard hair, my mustache hair, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, it be going up in my nose, yo. Like my mustache hair, mustache hair. Y'all ain't never seen that Jamie Foxx show that day, and dude was like, "Yo, this my man, baby hair." That shit was funny as shit. He's like, "Yo, this my man, baby hair." He's like, "I'm baby hair. I'm baby hair." Yo, that shit was funny as hell. But anyway, don't let me jump off this subject. I just had that thought just now, thinking about saying the word hair and it's playing with my nose or whatever. The dude was like nasty. You know what I'm saying? He was like a booger, but he was like, his name was baby hair. You know what I'm saying? My brain concept things different. I got a Rubik's cube up here in my head. You know what I'm saying? Like, I should be like, what you say? Like, people be, yo, it's weird. Like, cause when I be hearing concepts of reality and people be most people want to sound correct. They want to be correct instead of letting the divine show them the correct way. You know what I'm saying? So instead of having patience and letting the truth flow, people want to speak to things that they've heard other people say in a point of a conversation when there is knowledge being spoken, because they want to feel like they are people who carry knowledge. You know what I'm saying? But they will race you in some type of subtle way just to say it first or over talk you, right? You know what I'm saying? And then they're still not meeting the point of what's to be said. Divine is placing it because the light shines in every direction where the knowledge should be said, but people are doing human actions to place this value. Watch this. So when you start using your body in aggressive ways to speak particular understanding, mean you're not in the flowetry of divinity. See, sometimes people are blocking themselves from actually hearing the divine because they won't shut the hell up, or they're too busy trying to force their way into looking or appearing a certain way to people. So since you're using this physical attribute outside of yourself, which is the negative, that's not the light, you are automatically by default stepping in away from divinity. At that point, you are not in divine. I don't give a damn where you at or who you around. Your choices solidify everything you are with your energy. Facts. I am not one to play with the mental. I just digress. When I understand, you don't understand. I can't get in there to go against that value. You are demonstrating that you do not understand. You are demonstrating. So I have to let you lead to these particular values. I have to let you suffer to your own way of thinking. Are you or will you ever be free in this world? If you always tying back a concept to what's told to you that you should do to feel liberated as an individual, then automatically you are not serving your divine purpose. I can show you where that level that you want to cross will solidify the greatness that you want to access by meditating to see if the divine really listens to you. But it's going to be something in you that breaks. It's going to be something in you that breaks. It's a level of patience that has to take place within you that have to break. You have to break past a level that you think you met that level. It goes past the actual time. So that time, you can get to that actual end in time and develop the whole same retrospect of you waiting energy and that patience and have to play that shit all over again. Because divine wants you to break. He wants you to break the physical connection to the things and allow the light to flow. It's your energy, but is it flowing for you? See, you think it's flowing for you because you've taken it and you put the value on things outside of yourself. That's not serving you. That's serving and giving life to other things. See, they knew this was to come. This is why it became a science back in the day when they used animism. This was the prequel. The animism was prequel to what you were going to be doing to the contrast of that value. Knowing that the energy could be transmuted, See, we speaking in divine, so divine can allow or not allow. And if you just understanding your divinity, why would you allow it to go flat? Why would you allow it to dissipate? It's because you didn't understand that you was divine first before you understood you had light. You didn't understand you was in school first before you understand you had to do work. See, this is what confusion does. You are great in all your majesty. Your majesty. You are great in all your majesty. The most wonderful, beautifulest people you can be and conform to as well. But your conformity is what separates you from your divinity. Do the same thing you want to be in your conformity, in your divinity. Watch the levels you access through another aspect. You're going to access the level that these people could never show you how to be great in your own way. They will revere you again as the divine creator that actually created them, which they forgot to be when they were stripped of their divinity. Divine say, I send you amongst the people. Who were the people? Oh, salute, Queen. Salute, Queens. Respect. Who were the people? And why were they called people? People. People. See, why are we always pulled in some particular direction but not accepted? Why is your acceptance false to satisfy a physical connection other than divinity? It's always going to be the questions. not the outcome. The outcome is to solidify or to close or to not remain ajar. So you need that closure, close shore. You need close shore. Close shore, right? Close shore. What's close shore? Land. What's close to the shore? The land, the beach. Stability. Why you can't find stability in divinity? Get deep, yo. It get real deep. That's why I say I pay close attention because it's my tensions. I pay close attention because it's my intention to stay close to the divine. I pay close attention because it's my intention to stay close to the divine. It's not my intention to throw away my divinity to be a part of the world. So you got to be mindful of what people are saying to you when you are following these processes. Are you running away from divinity? You can't be 1,000 miles from the light talking about you shine the brightest. The moon do it right. The moon is the reflection. Only get seen through the night and sometimes in the day if it's all up in my face. We got to start retrospecting this reality as what it to be, not what you want it to be, because the world tells you. You have to take back what strength is. You have to take back what royalty is. The reason why we didn't like or into have people in our houses so much, or don't we bring up people in my house without letting me know, is because what's inside of you is yours. Let one of your kids go in the street and tell somebody what y'all got going on. You're gonna be ready to cut their ass. What's the difference in you letting all this real estate inside your kingdom? You are the goddess. I wanted to tell y'all this, yo. It hit me yesterday. I'm glad I just thought about it. Oh my God. I had the crazy epiphany. And it was like off of the same bill I was dropping about the divine light coming in, sacrificing itself, splitting the Red Sea, becoming the king of this kingdom, meaning the bloodline, right? So the bloodline was created off divine. Divine came in through the pineal, and it became a king in this body. You became the king or the queen of this body because the sacrifice of divinity to come into the physicality. That was the light being trapped into the darkness, but the body was the kingdom because now you are the kingdom of the feelings or the king of the feelings that's connected to this world. You are control or the controller of how you're going to connect to this world. But the epiphany hit me and it had to connect to reality, right? Right, facts, royalty, real royalty. You know what I'm saying? The reason why they wanted to misdirect the understanding of blue blood concept and all this stuff, the concept of blood existing, right, was the sacrifice of the divinity coming into the two hemispheres, splitting this, which made two red seas on left and right side. You know what I'm saying? That's what made us royal. Let me stay right there though, because I gotta give you this jewel. It's not like it sounds crazy, but it's connected literal. So I was always asking divine, like, yo, how is this a divine? They keep saying spiritual, like mystical, but I know this connection is real. It's like tangible connection, but why we don't understand that? So check peep game. I'm about to show you divine in real time. I'm about to show you God on you in real time. So the thorns that they use to put on the Yeshua or the Jesus concept's head. They showed him bleeding, right? They showed him bleeding from his head, right? Then they told you years later that you had crystals around your head that light up, right? When your sacred oils or your stability or you understanding your connection with your pineal, your purgatory gland, and your 33 vertebrae, they tell you that that lights up around your head and it accesses things through the universe and all this. I'm about to show you something. So when divine came down as one light, right? And they even show you pictures of like a sun with like 12 suns around it. You know what I'm saying? What happened was that was the divine star coming into you, splitting apart into 12 frequencies around your head. The main 7 frequencies in the front, other 4 in the back. No, the other 5 in the back. So 7 in the front, 5 in the back. These are all the crystals that shatter the literal divine stone, divine diamond, the divine star. You are literally a real star that fell from the sky, came through the soft spot of your head. Remember the soft spot in the baby head? It came down. It vibrated to where no one can see it. This is a divine crystal. This is why they be wanting to harvest people and all this shit. The divine crystal broke when it came into this existence and shattered into 12, 13 pieces. All around your jaw. Becoming the crown. The crown. This is why they said king. It sat on the crown. From the precipice, the doorway was the soft spot. It fell here. See, the soft spot, then it fell here. Became the crown. This was literal. Right now, you have that in your head right now. Silent though. You ain't polish it off in a while. Get back to protecting the light, baby. Protect the light. Watch what you I'm getting goosebumps. Watch what you become. You don't even know what you can do because all your attention is out of you. You can't love fully because your attention is out of you. You still gonna go back and forth with somebody about something because your attention is out of you. Put that unconditional love inside of you, yo. Love inside of you, so where everything come off the tips of your fingers, that shit is pure love. I'm not saying go satisfy yourself with a bottle of freaking liquor. I'm not saying go do all the drugs in the world because you're a glutton for drugs. I'm not saying go eat a big ass 20 slice pizza and have 10 of those because you just want to eat. I'm not saying that. That's not love. Sometimes you got to do things, you know what I'm saying, that you don't like how it tastes because your body is in the wrong direction. But once you deprive your body of some of the systematic things, you'll start loving what makes you happy again. Man, I ate a bowl of fresh grown tomatoes out of somebody's garden, right, yesterday, with some jalapeno peppers and green tomatoes soaked in this vinegar with some sea salt and black pepper, right? Man, that shit tasted so good. I've been having problems with my legs, you know what I'm saying, as far as the blood flow. When I ate this and the blood rushed through my legs, like, I was like, yo, I ain't feel that in a long time, yo. I was in there fucking these tomatoes. I was like, yo, this shit tastes good. I'm like, yo, this shit tastes mad good. I'm slobbering and shit. I'm like, yo, son, yo, I gotta have more of these right here, B. Talking about happy, I was like, yo, Divine, yo, I love you so much, B. I be talking to Divine like that, like that's my homie. I be like, yo, son, I love you, B. I love you, Divine. I love you so much, yo. You like the most powerful thing ever in the world. I love you. Yo, I be bugging people like, yo, this nigga crazy as shit. Now I be myself. Yo, and I express that. I express it in the most passionate, sincere way that feels good to me. Why can I be sincere about low budget shit, but I can't be sincere that way about Divine? I remember being in my late teens, early 20s, praying to Divine, literally crying in the streets because how the world was going. I was like, Divine would be the best mascot ever. I was like, I'm gonna be the best representation of the true version of Divine ever. You gotta show me how to do this though, because I don't want to mess it up. You gotta walk with me. I used to say to people, be like, yo, this dude is different. Divine was already preparing me, yo, and I already knew. I was like, yeah, I see where we going. It's gonna be hard to like shake off the wrinkles. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be hard to pull away from the system. And that was the science I was creating. It was showing how deep we were into this system, not knowing that we was this deep into the system. You're this deep into the system connected through your ancestors. Now keep this in mind. They were deprived. They turned away from their divinity and ended up being in slavery. So they blamed God for them being in slavery when they were the divine beings themselves. They were supposed to be inside themselves. This is why they knew silence was the key. They were only scratching the surface, still fighting the wars. Why do you think they was blowing up everything? Why do you think they was killing cities? because they knew you was scratching the surface and you was going inside to do these things. You talking about why they did that? Why? Because, nigga, y'all got together. After being put in a circumstance and being called Naga nigga for so long, that crown started waking up. Don't let these things and these events that took place in life go past your understanding of reality. They make you fear coming together today. And if you come together, it has to be on a concept of what? Music, sex, or alcohol, or drugs. Interesting that those same concepts, even in their degradation, brought minds together on the lowest level. Interesting how the weapon formulated still brought a formulation of standing together on this lowest level. We are a nation of divine beings, and y'all waiting for what to happen? I said on my other joint, get it around. If we can do it every day at 3:45, 2:22, I don't know, pick a time. Make sure that time is equal around the earth. Get the message across. I don't care how you get it there. Get them to work it. Get it there at the same time. Do the math. Find out what these times are equal around the whole circumference. Get this line of energy and have everybody say at the same time, we are self. Watch you start hearing them. You ain't got to go nowhere for this. We everywhere. We are everywhere. Everywhere light shines, is one of mine. Everywhere light shines, there's one of mine. Get it spread around the whole world. One thought for everyone. One time of the day. This is just the beginning. Let's do a world chat the way we literally shake the earth. We got times for that though. It's coming to where we get this first started and then we start stomping with it. And you start hearing that vibration all the way from another country like, yo, everybody's stomping right now. Oh! Talk about divinity. We're going to turn this planet into a sunlight. They worried about coming together for a real reason. Not because he can speak over everybody and everybody listening, because if you actually connected this together, imagine if you was in the house, got goosebumps right now. Yo, you don't even stand the goosebumps all over me. Like, it's like the spirits just grab me like, yeah. Like, cool out, B, cool out. We got this. I'm working right now. I'm working. Just like you in a house party. Everybody doing the electric slide. And everybody doing the stomp at the end. The whole house shaking like, whoo, whoo, whoo. They like, yo, what's going over there? They partying, yo. You can get the whole earth shaking out this mug. What? You know how many we everywhere? You can get all these different words around. You get everybody to get a word around. Let's get one word around. Fuck around and start making bands of frequency. Bands of frequency with the people that got frequency. Watch how we start frequency. Should get crazy. Should get real crazy. They're gonna be like, what is going on in the world? The whole world is moving. Yeah, facts. Big feet. Let's put sustenance back into the world. Let's put sustenance back into the world. You want purpose? On purpose. Yo, I'm telling you, yo, it be driving me crazy, yo, because my synapses be like pop, 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 pop. Whole Rubik's Cube in the dome. Third eye be open like this. Yo, it be crazy, yo. I be like, yo, this is so crazy, yo. And then I be laughing as I be sitting to myself, and it's like, yo, if you spoke into existing, is it going to be existing? You ever felt a world hug? Not because they put it on a Teletron. I'm talking about a world hug. Not because they put it on a Teletron. I'm talking about a real world hug because we did it ourselves and put the work in. It's like, yo, yeah, you was from the ground roots of this. Yeah, you feel that? Without you, this connection won't exist. Woo! Oh my God, everybody gonna feel the same way. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. We self. Start with it. Woo! Woo! The whole earth gonna talk. The whole earth gonna talk, yo. The whole earth. Yo, I'm trying to tell you, that shit'll be crazy, yo. I'm telling you, yo, it'll be crazy, yo. You heard? It'll be crazy. But ultimately, everybody got something to do. Everybody got somewhere to go. Everybody got, it's important. Well, go ahead, do what you got to do. Just the earth and our whole earthly spirit together, not connecting. Just that little piece over there. I want to go get some ice cream or something. Well, go ahead and get your ice cream. Do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you want to do, go ahead and do that. I ain't mad at you. But you just gonna have to learn that lesson too. We are conduits of electricity. I don't know how we're not connecting this conduit of electricity through each other. You have two parts to the battery. They show you the action of the strength. Respect, Queen. Respect. Appreciate you for coming through. So, we are conduits of electricity. We connect, but we use our electricity and we take our thoughts and we imprint different information on it. And when we imprint the information that we have in our minds onto this frequency that divine gave us, we fax that energy out of ourselves by the energy we give off called aura. Aura. You send out the rays of you from your aura, not your aura. O is your complete. Ra is your divinity. You are a child of the sun. You are a frequency of the universe. And all this disrespect of how they tried to categorize the ways of the universe. This was more important just to know that we are all connected in that particular way. So nothing should get in between that. Ever. You learn to strengthen these ways and you learn to not look past. How many people you walk past in a day when you are being in a happy energy with somebody that you walking past in a day with? You might be with a friend, a family member. You may be moving and that energy you two have with each other is just what you two that you have with each other, but you will go past people. Do you stop and say, I just wanted to tell you something, anything? Make yourself uncomfortable and share the love. I started doing a practice as a man. I would tell women how much I love their actions, even to think that they were beautiful, but no want nothing, no attraction. They would be like, "Thank you. What you hitting on me?" No, I don't. No, 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 no. Why I can't just tell you that I love what you're doing because you have light. I don't see your body. I see your light. Without your light, you couldn't be doing what you're doing. So I respect what God has given you. You are here in this existence right now. For me not to have unconditional love for you right now is my falsity. It's my shortcoming. Not for me to see you as a woman or see you as something that I want, but to see you that you are here. It's a practice that I started choosing. The sun was created because the womb was there to balance out that so much she was able to pull in from implosion. When the divine L came through and popped through the ether, the explosion went to implosion, so the great womb pulled everything in. She devoured all creation that was flung across the universe. The sun was created to stabilize this. So as this energy came in, it was pushed back out. So thus the ebb and flow started. These are the waves, the waves. I have to. This is my divine action. Thus, the same thing starts happening with other creations in that particular value. We strengthen once again the world tribe. You don't have enough love for the aspect of being here, moreover than the fact of being here. You love to have the action. You like to go move around and do things. You like to slide in and out of situations. You like the feeling of almost getting caught. You temper with the box of yin and yang. When you are the box of yin and yang, that your light sits in the middle, the samadhi. You are the king, the God that sacrificed its divinity to manifest into a physical, broke the star apart and formulated the crown. Your body is your kingdom. How do you allow graffiti on your walls? How do you allow to be guided by other things than what's inside your kingdoms? How do you have real estate of other entities inside your kingdom and you do not serve your kingdom first? And the only way you can service that is with divine cleaning. Facts. Divine cleaning. You got the light polish that. You got the light blast that. Can't come up in here with no bleach. You got the light blast that. I'm telling you, I be clowning, because when you start understanding divine energy, then there's nothing for you to worry about. The worry is coming from you not doing what you're supposed to be doing for your divine body. Not connected. Everybody, no matter who I go into, who I run into, wherever I'm at in this world, you know what I do? I stop. I don't even care if I don't know your language. I be showing all types of love, like it's crazy, and people, you know what they do? They smile at me anyway. Babies fart and shit when they come around me and smile and be trying to reach for me. People be like, my kid don't like nobody. I'll be like, well, get your kid because it's trying to get me. Facts. It's funny, and life is funny because we supposed to let it be built so we can destroy it, not be a part of it to keep it going. The concept of letting it be built to destroy is the divinity. This is experience. Experience is only a few seconds long. So once the experience is gone, you will never have that experience again. So the universe is showing you in the same attribute. This is what she says. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, get your kid, man. Like they be like, come here. Like, nah, you should see kids around me. You'll be chasing me. I'll be like, yo, what do you want? What do you want? What are you doing? Why are you asking me what I'm doing? Always gotta see what I'm doing. It'd be funny, I love it though. Because I like playing with kids. You know what I'm saying? Like they funny and they'll tell me stuff. I'll be like, yo, what happened? They be like, nah, don't let me get off subject, because I'm gonna start clowning. You know what I'm saying? Don't let me get off subject. But it's the whole point of the unconditional love aspect. And once you understand this in yourself, you see why it connects to everything. You're not learning unconditional love to love people. You download unconditional love in yourself. So then what you reach out for has unconditional love in it. Your actions, your fingertips produce that as a value. You know what I mean? It just feels good to be around you. You hug good. You conversate good. You cook with love. Everything you do, it leaves a resonant of this divine energy of you. This is practices that's rising you to your highest platform of self. What book would be more important than to write down all your flaws, all your triumphs, the things you learned about healing yourself, the things you learned about that don't really work or subsequently work in a minute way, decisions you made when you might have been naive and decisions you made when you was highly aggressed, the things you've learned, the things you've put down, the things you gravitated to until you came to understand that this was only the world of the physical attribute that was trying to bury your divine light. What book is better than that to give to your own people, your own descendants of you, knowing that they're going to have frequencies and vibrations of you? Please hit the like button. Please support the stream. You ain't going to hear it like this. What information is more important to give your creations than everything about the mission, the journey that you had to go through to reignite your own divinity? Because this is what they're going to go through times 10. They would have to have a good foundation to make sure they start going somewhere, right? And you being a person that's trying to merge into that world, it doesn't give them the true understanding of that aspect. So you actually hold them back. I love to see them happy in their own right, not forced to be in some right. We never got that opportunity because of the iniquities our ancestors went through. Be yourself? What? How could that ever happen? What is that? So now we as a culture hate people who are in their own energy. What you happy for? What kind of question is that? Like, how do you ask a person why you happy? What you smiling for? What got you smiling? I mean, like you got a man or something you deal with, or you got a chick you dealing with. What got you over there all happy and all smiling? What your teeth out for? That's crazy, yo. I mean, like, yo, this shit crazy, B. Like, you can't just be in your own energy, just happy, right? You can't just like, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, excuse me, yo. You can't just be like, facts. Salute, 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 brother. I appreciate you. You can't just be in your like you can't just get up happy. You can't just like be sitting by the sun or outside in a good energy. Like you had to see something. And it's always low budget, right? So that means the world has downloaded a chip in to subsequently give you the information or frequency to give you a low budget thought when you come at your people for their own happiness. So look at why would your first thought be, oh, you ain't pick up the phone, you ain't pick up the phone, you must be doing something. I could have been taking a long ass shit. Phone could have been on the charger. It just had to be bending over the neighbor, right? Or it had to be you was just riding the hell out of a dong. Then you know what? Because it happened so long, it became the reality. They started making that iniquity TV. So now you see it everywhere you look. If you ain't doing it, you slight yourself. You see how they program. What is reality TV? Reality TV is nothing but a formulation of what it looked like when we used to see beef outside the streets. You see people doing things outside in the street. That was our reality TV. The dial phone took a long time. You had that one that spin around. You had to sit there and press them numbers or whatever. You couldn't just press a name and get the call. So everything, and then plus you wasn't going to jump on just anybody's phone. They wasn't about to let you use that phone like that. So you had to watch that and wait till people came around, and you be like, "Yo, remember what happened last Thursday? You remember what happened? Yo, you remember last time they came?" That's how people had social media back in the day. You would remember when somebody got their ass whipped last holiday, and you couldn't say nothing until you seen them family members again. They might have lived in a different state. How good it was to understand the naivete of how things didn't travel so fast around the world. They didn't travel so fast around the world. That allowed you to be more still in yourself. It allowed you to hold more things in the house. They started cracking at our dome. They started cracking at our kingdom. And we started allowing more things into our kingdom. The more things we allowed in our kingdom, the more these personal things of strength that we had that kept our family in fortitude started going away. Even in your family, you'll say right now, you don't care what happened to so and so. You'll watch them get dog walked. So now, is that truly your family, or is that your family now? The zombies of the world. Listen, the zombies of the world. You're just, I don't care about nobody. I'm gonna care about myself. I'm gonna do everything for me. It's all mine. Okay, cool. Let's see you do that in the world by yourself. You be, that'd be crazy if Divine gave you that as a penance, right? Like that he gave you everything in the world. You couldn't reach out to nobody. You know what I'm saying? You had all the money, all the food, everything, and nobody was here. You had all the cars. You was by yourself. You ain't had no TV because the people got to be a part of TV, right? So you got everything, just nobody a part of it. So that means the people in the games is not there. There's nobody in the games because you need people to make the characters. There's no people on the items of the boxes because you need people to take pictures to be on the items of the boxes that you buy items and stuff. So it's not Little Debbie cakes. It's just little cakes. It don't got Tony the Tiger Frosted Flakes. It's just flakes. Your whole life is like that. Now your shit become bland. Now that's what you wanted. You pushed everything away. You got into your first energy of existence. The first energy of existence in the universe is repel. So people be like, oh no, the females are masculine. They're not masculine. They're in their highest form of energy, which is called repel. We all get in repel. We all start pushing shit away at some point. That doesn't make you masculine. That is not a masculine energy. That is the force of divinity coming through the ether. The first time it repelled all the waters this way. So when that formulated into a creation, as the non-ethers mixed this energy together, and the only reason why it was called non-ethers is because it was swirling as the force came out. So when things go fast, it swirls all the things beside it. So that was a non-motion that it was spinning in. That's the best mixing bowl you ever gonna get in existence. So that non-ether was spinning and it's mixing all those concepts of reality. So it mixed and repelled with that. That became a character. It became one of your first characters. It's like your fight or flight mode. You automatically go into repel. So it's not the fact that you dislike. It's like the way you feeling at that moment is telling you to push it away. And with all you got, let the world explain that though. You be twisted all the way up. Can't even come back to yourself now because you done walked away from your divinity fully. Yo, shit gets so ill with me, yo. Shit gets so ill. And I'll be like, yo, people don't like having a conversation because I'm going to make you look at it for what it is. And you're going to check it within yourself. There's nobody else to check but you. And once you do that, baby, we moving now. We going somewhere. We going somewhere because now I got the best version of you. So now I can be the best version of myself. What? We a whole ion out this ish. We a whole solar ion out this ish. What? What is going to exceed the highest level of exception if I am the creator of what's connecting? I am the progenitor. I am the first star that broke up into pieces around my crown. At my highest formalization, connected with another star light, star bright, the first star I see tonight. We gonna shine so bright and create a whole nother aspect of reality. Don't be limited by what the world got to offer you. They can't do what you're capable of doing. No, this ain't the Matrix. Appreciate you, Queen. Respect. Greetings. This ain't the damn Matrix. We ain't gonna be in no pods and all that. But you will be in a pod and all that. if you ain't on your guard and all that. Give you the part, always trying to put you inside of something. Everything is the double put you inside. You know the Faruska dolls? They keep trying to stack them and stack them and stack them and stack them and be around you and be around you and be around you and be around you and be around you. Into the center of you is just closed off into this little. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at these. We sell these for $19.95. Man, come on. Are you serious? Don't be that individual knowing that you got the positive light inside you, the negative flesh on the outside, and everything outside of you is negative. That is consuming you and covering you up. Something better speak nice to you, because the next thing that comes out, it should be positive, because that's the light coming from the inside out, right? The flesh is the negative. So I need positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. That's a charge. That's a charge. How you connecting double A or double D? Take it out the control. You can't work that remote control without it. You can't work that remote control without it. Take the battery out and sit it on the table. Watch. I'm gonna try to turn TV on. Take the charge out of your relationship. Don't confide in your partner. Go confide in somebody else with that energy. Make a figure eight with them. Go tell them your problems and watch your relationship go left. Don't hold a contract that you made your bond with somebody. Go make a bond with somebody and then go against that bond and go tell somebody what you did. Watch it come and break apart. And you be figuring, yo, why this shit broke apart? I ain't tell nobody else but them. I ain't say nothing. Now the energies don't play. Y'all don't see this. Divine gave us infinity. Not the system. The system needs us to generate all this stuff. So they put it in your face. So now we generate it in our mind of existence. They show you billboards. Support the stream. They show you billboards. And when they show you these billboards, they show you something being built. They show you a building about to be built. You get it in your mind. You know what happens? You created that inside you. You know what's coming, right? The foresight is inside you. So now the light that shines out of you, what pushes it out? You just helped all that come into fruition. Why do you think people want to run, go tell you everything? Why do you think people want to run, go tell you everything? They be like, yo, you know what happened? Yo, you know what they said? Yo, it should be crazy to me. I'd be like, yo, look, I don't care what they said. They ain't say it to me. What you said when they said it to you? What'd you say when they told you? Oh, okay. See, when I was young, I would stick up for people I F with. That's the type of person I was when I was young. People know I got on their nerves because I was too real to be real. If I said to somebody, that's my people, I wish you would talk shit about them in front of me. We thumping. How you go fight somebody that don't got beef with you because they talking shit about somebody else? Because my word is bond. These are the kid motions, though. That manifests into me holding my word for everybody I ever came into. Then when the friends died down and I got older, that made my word towards my woman even better. What? My compassion level was through the roof. I'm not going to say it and not manifest that energy, especially if I'm connected with the understanding of what we're doing. I learned divinity by loving myself, holding my word, standing on my choices, going against certain people, even if I was wrong. If people didn't like what I was saying because I said that, even if it didn't satisfy me because of what I said, I stood on that because I had to learn from that. Your class of life is only your class of life. It's the best class. It's your life. Who is going to teach you better than you? You the one going through this stuff. Are you lying to yourself about the outcome, or do you see both sides of it? See, most people are self-serving in the way to where they're removing the physical attribute of life to hold that or contain it for themselves. There is no pendulums ever being held. Divine controls the pendulum, the ebb and flow of life. Divine controls that. So why would I try to hold on to that? knowing that I have to be a part of something, how am I going to take a part of something and then be taken a part of something? See what I'm saying? You take a part, then you take a part, then you take a part. Now divine has you taken apart. And you be in pieces. I don't know why this is like this. You're in pieces. You're in shambles. Nah. Divine said, remind me that I'm going to keep you and I will make sure you stay whole. What problem you got that divine can't fix? You walking with everybody else, but you ain't as strong. One person walking with the divine, kicking ass to everybody comes along. That means it's telling you siding with the wrong team, right? By the time you get that shit together, yo, I'm gonna cut my beard off, yo. I gotta get enough subscribers or something. Somebody gotta make it if I'm gonna cut my beard. I want to see my face again, but I had my beard for like 4 years, 5 years. I don't know. I think I'm about ready to chop it. This long as shit. This shit coming out of my stomach. Me braiding that shit at the long ass. Anyway, yeah, I get distracted by myself real quick. I'll be like, pay me no attention, yo. But yeah, that's my point. We almost had 2 hours. I can't even believe I've been cooking this long right now. You know what I'm saying? And I got more to give. You know what I mean? I'll probably come back later with something. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, this is the work we got to do. If you got questions, hit me up. I do Q&As and all that. You want me to make a show about how you look or perceive at certain things? Give me 4 or 5 questions. Hit the cash up. I got you. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm working it. You know what I mean? This is real understanding. I'm not going to somebody who has a type of ego trip. I'm not dealing with nobody who has particular controlling aspects that don't know how to separate the value and still hold it on the same level. I don't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? I show you where your placement is by your own choices and actions. And you gonna walk away from that. You gonna stand up on that. You gonna look at yourself for real dealing with me. That's just what it is. You want this knowledge? I don't come to play. So don't think I'm going pussyfoot. Don't think I'm going to be like, oh, because you do this or did that or look a certain way, I'm going to make. No, I don't do none of that. I give it to you raw, and it might hurt your feelings, but you got to be strong enough to deal with you. You got to be strong enough to deal with you. So coming over here with me, make sure that's what you're ready for. I feel vibrations and I feel people, no matter who they is. I may not say nothing, but I always know the energy that's existing because it's the relevancy. Sometimes divine will start pulling me to say something. I'll be like, oh, that's who there. It be deep like that. Like I just be knowing. See, you know stuff, or you could know stuff. No stuff. No stuff. What is no stuff? No stuff is nothing. How can nothing take place? Well, nothing can take place if light is nothing can take place if light is doing the opposite of its naturality. So as I shine, knowing that we're all light, I pick up on everything that turns away from its natural order of things. This is my empathy. This is my empathic. Because I'm connected to you by the light source. So I can feel when you're not you. Or who you is by the source. I ain't got to tap into you. I tap into everything in existence. This is divinity. It's going to get deep. But I ain't going to hold you. Respect, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? That means that what you said right there means a lot. I'm about to post that. That means a lot. You know why that means a lot? That means a lot to me because that is natural reciprocity. That is the universal reciprocity. That's what we here for. We here for the download. You know what I'm saying? Get the download and you stand up on that. You stand up on that. If you got it, you got it. That's good. That's good. See? You gain regardless. You can never lose by connecting. And the more you start teaching yourself to connect in that real way, watch what you gain. That's like getting out of your way. I like that right. I like that right there, Velvet. Yo, that's what's up. I like that right. Stuff stuffing on the inside. Yo, get out my head, B. Get out. I would have said that too, yo. That's some fly shit right there, yo. That's some fly shit. I like that. You know what I'm saying? Salute. I like that. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? That felt good right there. Yeah, that was good light. I actually feel that as actual solar energy because my pineal is like sweating right now and my heart is sweating at the same time. Like, so I feel that as connection, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it starts connecting dots like that. So that's beautiful. Like it actually came out the computer, like so that's funny as shit, yo. I love that. Respect, yo, real rap. Yo, chill out, yo. I was supposed to be trying to end this show. You like, you know what I'm saying? And I get giddy like that because I be in my kid energy, you know what I'm saying? Like I be in my original energy, you know what I'm saying? Like I be in that original energy and I can't help it because then it's like you just tickled me or some shit. Like, stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that. You know what I mean? This shit get funny to me and I be rolling, yo. I'm probably gonna laugh about this for the next 2 hours, yo. Real shit, yo. Appreciate y'all, yo. I love y'all, man. Enjoy your light. Okay, this is not a life. This is the light, and it always shines. It never stops. So enjoy your light. Use that for what it gave you the chance to exist for. That's what your light is here for. Your light. This ain't life. This is your light. Enjoy your light as it exists because you got so many ways to refract and shine, especially when they hit that diamond. Show people how you shine. Destiny, love, queen. You always show up. You always here, and I'm very, very appreciative and I value your presence. It's one of the reasons I keep going. Trust and believe that because I think about everybody that comes and gets the knowledge. At one point in my life, anybody that I ever met and they got the knowledge, I always keep going just because I know they got the knowledge. And it wasn't because of me, it's because Divine sent it through. So it's not about me, it's about you. I want you to know that. Gratitude, love, respect. You already know the vibes. Naga.